In this lab, I will show you how can we use universal gates to make encoders, decoders, multiplexers and demultiplexers. So just giving a basic review of what these components basically are. So starting from a decoder is basically a circuit that changes a binary code into a set of signals basically. So in a decoder we give input signal in the form of a binary number, and at the output we have many different pins where we receive the output as high or low. The output is decided uh, depending upon the input number, binary number which is given to it. So to implement it on a Proteus, here the circuit for it. Here I have used enable, and D1 and D2 are the two data lines that are given to the decoder. So here I have used AND gates, 3 input AND gates to implement the circuit. So you can see I have turned on enabled, so it will work. So here you can see when both the data input lines are 0 0, the first input is the first logic is high. So the output logics which is going to be high depends upon the input combination. Here you can see when this is 1 0, the output is this output is high. So the output where we will receive the input the output where we will receive our where we will receive the logic as high or low basically depends upon the input signal given to it. So this was the circuit of a decoder, and a demux also works basically has the same principle, just a little difference that we are given a data which is given input to the demux, and the output which is to be selected. There are many outputs depending upon the input. The outputs are basically 2 raised to the power n. So when we give the input, we have 2 selection lines, or basically there are many selection lines too depending upon the outputs. So here you can see there are 2 selection lines. For 2 selection lines we have 4 outputs. The combination of these selection lines determines which of the output will get the input data. Here you can see we have the data line coming in, and it is going to all the AND gates, and then the selection line, when it is 0 0, data goes to the first output. When it is like 0 1, the data goes into the next this output, and when both of them are on, it goes here. So this is how a demux works. And also now you can see here is a multiplexer. Multiplexer is basically the opposite of a demultiplexer. It has many inputs but only one output, while demux has many outputs but only one input. Its inputs are determined by the selection lines, because these selection lines determine which of the input will be seen at the output. So here you can see when all of the inputs are 0, both selection lines are also 0. So here the first input will go to the output. Here you can see input 2 is 1, there is no change in the output, but when the input 1 is 1, wait a minute, when the input 4 is basically, this is the first input, so basically when the input 4 is 1, the output is 1. So for this selection input combination 0 0, the input 4 basically goes to the output. So the input which is to go on the output is basically determined by the selection inputs. The number of inputs given to it are basically determined by the formula 2 raised to the power n, where n is the number of selection inputs. If there are 2 inputs, there are 2 selection lines, there are going to be 4 inputs. So this is how a mux works. And here we have a circuit of an encoder. So here is the circuit of an encoder. An encoder basically encodes the given input into a binary number. Here you can see we have given 3 inputs. So basically these are 4 inputs, but the first input is not used. Here we have given 3 inputs with the enable, and these inputs are encoded into this 2-bit binary number. Here you can see when all of them are 0, the output is 0. When the input is 1 0 0, the output is 1 0. So this is how an encoder works. It encodes the given input into a binary number. So these are all for different things we discussed today. We discussed about decoder, demux, mux and encoder. Now I will implement all those circuits that I displayed to you earlier of demux, mux, encoder and decoder on Verilog. So for Verilog code, this is the code for a decoder. So first I have mentioned the inputs and outputs, named them, and then I assigned the outputs the values by performing different operations. Like here, as you can see, the output 1 is assigned the value not of D and not of D2, and here the output 2 is assigned the value of D1 and not of D2. So after this implementing this code, after running the compilation, the output the circuit that we obtain in the RTL viewer is this one. Here you can see these are the AND gates, and here you can see the outputs are assigned after D1, not of D1 and not of D2. So this is how the circuit has been implemented of a decoder. This decoder has, I haven't used enable for this Verilog code. So now after this circuit, after circuit of decoder, we will move on to the waveform for it. So here you can see this is the output waveform. So here you can see when both the inputs D1 and D2 are 0, output 1 is 1, because it was the AND of both of NOT. So NOT of D1, NOT of D2 is 1 1. So AND of 1 1 is equal to 1. So output 1 is 1. Here you can see by looking at this waveform that when the first input D1 is 1 and the second input D2 is 0, for 1 0, only the output O2 is 1, and for both of them 1, only the output O4 is 0, O4 is 1, and for the input D2 1 and D1 0, here you can see only the output O3 is 1. So this is how a decoder is working on this Verilog code. Now we will move on to the next where we will implement a multiplexer on Verilog. So this is the code for a multiplexer. Here you can see I have first assigned the inputs and outputs, then these are the wires. The first two wires are from NOT of selection 1 and the other wire is NOT of selection 2, and these other wires are basically connecting the outputs of AND gates to this OR gate. Here you can see we have used 2 NOT gates and 1 2 3 4 AND gates, and each of them has 4 inputs, while the OR gate has each of them has 3 inputs and 1 output. So basically first we assign the output, then we write the input. Here the OR gate is also a 4 input OR. Here you can see the NOT of, after performing the NOT operation, the output is assigned to NOT of S1, and here the output is assigned to NOT of S2, and then we AND the input A, NOT of S1, NOT of S2, temp 1. Here you can see different combinations of S1, S2 are used for each of the AND gates, and here you can see all of them outputs are assigned to the OR gate. So for looking at it, this circuit of this, here is the circuit of it. Here you can see these are the AND gates, the input, the 4 AND gates which we use at the inputs, and then this is the 4 input OR gate, and this is our output. Different combinations of S1 and S2 are applied to each of the AND gates. Now we can verify its output by simply looking at this waveform. Here you can see when both of the selection inputs are 0 and the inputs are also 0, so the output is also 0. For the selection 1 0, we get this input B at the output, which is 0, so we get a 0 at the output. And then for the selection 0, 1. For selection 0 1, we get the input, B at the output. So here basically it was the input, C at the output, which was 0. So at the output we got 0. So the input that we will see at the output is basically decided by these S1 and S2. So this is how a multiplexer is working on Verilog code. Now we will move on to the demultiplexer. This is the code for a demultiplexer where we have 2 selection inputs and 1 data and 4 outputs. So this data will be assigned to any of the output depending on the combination of these S1 and S2. So we have used 4 AND gates, but different combinations of S1 and S2 are applied to each AND gate, and data is also applied, and the output is here mentioned at first: O1, O2, O3 and O4. This is the code for it, and here you can see this is the circuit diagram for it. These selection lines are basically responsible for the outputs where the input will be shown. So again we can verify this output using the output waveform. For all of them 0, the output is 0. No output is assigned. So when we get the input 1 and the selection inputs 0 0, we get out 1 is equal to 1. The first output gets the input. So each different combination gives each different output as the input. So this is how a decoder we can make a demux on Verilog HDL. Now we will proceed on to our next step, which is the encoder. So for an encoder, the inputs are basically encoded into a binary number. Here we have 4 inputs A, B, C, D and 2 outputs O1 and O2. Here you can see we have assigned O1 with OR of C and D, while O2 is assigned OR of D and NOT of C and B. So this is how we have assigned it. It can be better understood by looking at the circuit diagram. This is the circuit diagram for it. The first input A is not used, while these inputs are used. Here you can see we have used, this is the AND gate, these are 2 of the OR gates that we used. So the output is basically dependent on these inputs. Their different values will give us the different encoded output. We can again verify the inputs and outputs by looking at this waveform. Here you can see for the input for the combination, A does not affect any of the values, so we will start from B. Here you can see for the input where B is equal to 1, other of them are 0, 1, 0, 0. We get the output 0, 1. And then when both of them are 1, the output is 1, 0. Here it was 0, 1, here it is 1, 0. So different combinations of B, C, D will give us an encoded output, which is O1, which is in the form of O1 and O2. So this is how we can implement all of these demux, mux, encoder and decoder on Verilog HDL.